Oh no, everybody, TikTok is going to be banned. Oh no, what are we going to do? I mean, really, I'm sure Meta, Google, Amazon, Snapchat, Instagram. Instagram is actually owned by Meta platforms. So I'm sure somebody will step up and make substitutions. Honestly, all the big tech companies, they just uh, most of them just copy techniques. I mean, you can't really copy, or you can't really stop a billion-dollar tech company from essentially creating a knockoff product, right? But anyway, let's stick to the topic here of TikTok being banned. Honestly, it's quite incredible. Somebody that I know recently told me that they spend 10 hours a day, like daily, on TikTok, and I mean that's just boy, does that make you cringe if you're past 30. If you're anywhere over the age of 25, you're just like, oof. I mean, I'm all down for sending reels and memes, boy. I'm the king of sending memes and reels on Instagram, but I mean, I literally do that for maybe like 15 minutes a day. I mean, it's all fun and games, right? Until your election gets knocked off by a Chinese spy application. So
in my first week as president, we would ban TikTok. They want to go ahead and sell it? Let them go ahead and sell it. TikTok should be banned because they are poisoning American minds, and I would do it week one.
We are going to do that, and we are going to make sure to protect the American people. It's a full spectrum approach to be able to fend China off.
What we should do is ban TikTok, period. Now, we saw...
So, of course, the Republican, for some reason, the Republican candidates are just spouting nonsense. I mean, to be fair, I want to be fair here and unbiased. I think there are good things to the application, but there are also like really, really bad, scary things. So I don't know if you guys know, you probably saw my other video about this, but basically, let me fix my lighting here for a minute. Essentially, most people are, there's a crisis at the border, as you might have seen in my other video, but why are people in such a rush to leave China, I wonder? Should we allow Chinese applications? If China is such a great place, should we allow Chinese applications that definitely have been caught sending third-party information, or sending your information, not to a third party? Should we really allow that? I don't know.
We were surprised to see the number of people coming through from China, nearly 7,000 miles away. Careful, watch. Our cameras, and at one point, this armed Border Patrol agent standing 25 feet away, did not deter them.
Honestly, I didn't even know this, but there's apparently already bans in many states against TikTok now. Of course, there's all sorts of subcomponents to this. You could ban this application in total. You can make it, I guess, illegal to download in the first place. You could also just ban certain parts of it, probably. Honestly, I don't really know much about TikTok. I have a TikTok account, but I'm honestly, because of what I've heard about it, I've honestly never used it, or haven't used it that much. I was thinking maybe I should get a dummy, I guess you could get a dummy phone. Another part of the ban is I heard in the news that, they could, I guess, ban it on government devices, which, when, when I was in the military, previously, I mean, a lot of stuff was banned on the computers and the DoD stuff anyway. I mean, you can just install whatever you wanted. So, yeah, I guess there's many different levels of ban here, but I think the biggest issue here is with consumer privacy and spying. You know, Edward Snowden has essentially, you know, there's some good talks by Edward Snowden I would highly encourage you to watch on privacy information and how, you know, these types of applications can be, you know, and technology in general can be used to spy on a population, and you know, that's what he essentially was speaking out about. So I think that is the kind of the dark side. The politicians and the government are supposed to be for the people. So I'm not exactly sure how spying on people necessarily constitutes protection of the people. You know, I don't know. That's kind of a big stretch. And of course, you know, the other big thing here is that this sort of application can be used to kind of smuggle people into a country, apparently, which I would never have crafted in my own simple mind.
These migrants knew about this particular entryway into California. The answer was in their hands.
How do you know about that? Oh, Douyin, okay, TikTok.
Oh, you learned on TikTok. Yeah. TikTok is a social media platform created in China. The post we found had step-by-step instructions for hiring smugglers and detailed directions to that hole we visited.
TikTok could have negative national security implications. The White House revealed new guidance for federal agencies saying that they needed to remove TikTok from all government-issued devices. The company that owns it, ByteDance, is a Chinese company, and so there are concerns that the Chinese Communist Party could be using the app to gather information about American customers, or that it could be used to spread misinformation.
And finally, I think this last clip in Congress kind of speaks for itself, ladies and gents. You know, the point of this video is be careful which apps you install.
Business licensing. Mr. Show, I'm going to have to move on. You've said repeatedly that there is no threat, that this is a platform for entertainment and for fun. I have to ask you then, if there is no threat to Americans, if there is no threat to our data, privacy, security, why did an internal memo from TikTok corporate headquarters explicitly coach senior management to, quote, downplay the parent company ByteDance? Why would they say downplay the China Association and downplay AI? This is from an internal memo from your company. Why, if you had nothing to hide, would you need to downplay the association with ByteDance in China?
Congressman, I have not seen this memo.
X and Discord called before Congress to answer for what lawmakers call a crisis for America's kids, sexual exploitation happening through those platforms.
The numbers that come back to us tell us the exploitation of children is growing by leaps and bounds. And what are we doing about it? We're clinging to an old law which basically exempts this industry from liability.
NBC News reached out to all 5 companies who say they are committed to keeping kids safe on their platforms and plan to outline their safety measures at today's hearing.
Our country is in serious trouble.
Come on. Come on. I am deeply concerned that democracy, including in the United States, is under greater threat than ever from these foreign adversaries. Americans are distrustful of traditional sources of information.
Come on, folks.
And while AI provides the tools to spread sophisticated misinformation at an unprecedented speed and scale, amidst these threats, our ability to respond has been handsprung.
Come on.
Hey, go ahead and smash that like button if you're staying safe.
Come on.
Go ahead and smash that like button real quick.
Come on.
Transnational criminal organization supplying with us together. Do me a quick favor. Go ahead and smash that like button if you can't. If you don't want to do any more Zooms. Go ahead and stamp that like fixture if you pretty much only been eating Nutri-Grain. Why don't you do me a solid? Go ahead and smash that like bottle if you've started naming all the doors in your apartment. Don the door, Dave the door, Dylan the door, Derek the door. Real quick, if you could smooch that model, if you think that there might be